the creatives that know who he is. Udabula from Isibaya is here in our midst. However, I put new sentence, new paragraph, new chapter. Our very own ABC. Oh, Mama is here. We're just having some drinks and some young starters, and then Tikana is to be closing the program. We'll go to our program. I'd like to call Ms. Bonnie Jackie, Basengshi Labuti. She's our Senior Manager for CSI and Transformation. Good evening, everybody. Molweni, Ndipilile bantu benkosi. Igama lami Bonnie Dlamini Makola, Dendelega Makola, Umpilu Noti, akasayitsho ukuthi uMrs. Bonnie Dlamini Makola. Okay. Yes. So I'm the Senior Manager in charge of transformation and CSI at MultiChoice. Part of what we do is to tell, storytelling across Africa, and we pride ourselves in transforming our youth while we do that. And then this gathering here is about the masterclass creatives that we are about. So I'm just here to give a brief intro of why we do this. We pride ourselves in making sure that we are contributing to the youth so that they themselves can be economic contributors to the society. So it's for MultiChoice, it's not about bottom line, it's about how much we impact the communities. Our purpose, if you go into our website, is enriching lives. This is what we pride ourselves with. And it will not be complete, Betuna, if we do it alone. We pride ourselves with our partners, our stakeholders, namely EDPAC. EDPAC is one of the stakeholders that we work with in this initiative. The partnership we have comes a long way from 2020. So we are still in this journey together. So the role that I was called to do before I even digress is to introduce the next speaker after me. I've just given you a brief intro of what we do as MultiChoice. And there's lots of other initiatives that we get involved in. Hence, MEC is here. Me and her have met in different other initiatives. MultiChoice is actively impacting communities and enriching lives. Right. So, so the purpose of today is to then seal and cement that partnership with this new intake of masterclass. So we are proud to have you, and we want to believe that you'll gain as much knowledge as you need today. We want out of you to come those creatives, those directors, those producers and cameramen and filmmakers. Follow your passion. We have an academy, right? Where as a company we cannot take everybody. We know there's aspiring producers, cameramen out there, but if we as MultiChoice can bridge that gap to ensure that you also get the skills that you need, wherein when you come out of this 5 days or 4-day course, you will follow the passion, because we've shared the skills that we have. We don't do it alone. I've mentioned we've got partners. In fact, we also have industry experts, you know, that we work with, the likes of Connie Ferguson and others, namely Chris Q Hadebe in amongst us. He's going to impart the knowledge that he has with you. So make use of it and get it as much as possible. But before I sit down, I also want to introduce the next important speaker. This is the ECPAC CEO, Udada Umonde Gasawe. Over to you, sir.
Colleagues, you're right, Muslim. Program Director, good evening. Special word of welcome, MEC Mankomoni, our Chairperson of Council, Douglas Dumane, and we really are highly appreciative of this event. With our partners MultiChoice, I'm hoping that there is more to the relationship going beyond. We really appreciate this. But I would want to say, colleagues, all protocol observed. Anyone that I may not be mentioning, all of us, my task tonight is really not to make a speech, but to say we are all welcome. I would say let us take off our jackets, but I see it's a bit cold, so let me not scare you. But indeed, we are all welcome. The only maybe suffice to say things I would want to just quickly highlight is that over the next 3 days, there's quite a lot of things that if you see in the program, it's a packed program that has a whole variety of skill sets and skills areas that as trainees you will be exposed to. I just felt that you are really fortunate for that you've had that limited exposure. And I wish that we had more capacity to take more numbers. But unfortunately, the resources do not always permit us to do that. But please let us make the best out of the training that we will be receiving in the next 3 days. Another point I wanted to just quickly highlight is that myself, I really don't know much about film, at least not anything technical about it. But I do know the magic it brings in terms of just being able to capture a mundane little activity in society and bring it into motion form and keep it in your head, etched there for time immemorial. Speaking as an author myself, I know the thrill of of an image that leaps from words and jumps into your imagination. But that does not beat the visuality of film in terms of just being able to particularly bring a thrilling dimension to that capturing of that image that will last for a long time. I don't know, I see young people in the room. Let me see, I won't count you as a young person for the purpose of what I want to say.
Forever young.
But those of us who grew up in rural areas, who grew up watching what was called the Tiki movies, the Lifebuoy adverts on the back of mobile trucks that would come every now and then in a village. And later when we migrate to go to townships, we go to what was called bioscopes. We remember these things now. And they live. I mean, you would go and watch an advert, Jesus Christ, an advert, and be absolutely thrilled about what you would have seen on film. I still recall when some of us didn't have television sets, and we would pay 20 cents to go watch television next door. You don't really know what is on TV. There's no particular program you're chasing. But you just want to sit in front of this thing and see the moving things. Even those graphics, I don't know what that thing is called, that thing that has multicolored thing that shows that the programming has ended. But we would watch that thing as well. So I'm saying, please, I mean, the power of film. The power of film, do not underestimate it in terms of just being able to transform you, transpose you, take you into a world that is outside of your current existence. But I do know that our film is really an art form which is so denied from most of our people who live in rural areas. We don't have cinemas. We don't have data connectivity that allows us live streaming and all of these things that are available today. It's a challenge. Even, I mean, I'm in literature mostly. We don't have bookshops other than in certain areas of the province, but the reading culture is just a challenge. So I'm saying we really have that challenge of making sure that we must think about how we massify film production so that we're able to better tell the stories that our people need to tell. I'm not a politician. MEC is the only politician in the room, she will speak. But I do think that one of the biggest political imperatives of our time is that we must enable the telling of our stories, or else we shall remain in the shadows of those who oppress us. Even though we claim to be free, we live the exact same ways they used to live, without any seeing of the possibility of transformation, so that the ideas for which we struggled actually manifest practically. And those things are not about anything that we may pass in Parliament. It's about these skills of being able to pass the stories and being able to... There is this saying that if the history of hunting were to be told by lions and not by the hunters, the tale of the hunt would be very different. Because most of the time the hunter had to push his tail and run from a lion. But because lions are quiet, they don't tell those stories. Let us not find ourselves in that situation where we just cannot talk. So I'm saying that when we are talking about a better life for all, we're not talking about being comfortable materially in terms of anything we may possess. We're talking about the hegemonic position of what we're thinking, that which achieve this independence of thought and the ability to project what we thought independently. So I'm just saying, colleagues, that I'm very happy for you. I was saying that I'm going to be very busy tomorrow for the long list of meetings. I will miss in particular the course of script writing. I was kind of keen that I may pick up something there. But, I wish you all the luck and all the best. Thank you very much. Let me stop there.
Thank you so much. And I think what Bonnie touched on is the importance of enriching lives. That's, I think, not just what is our purpose, but it's in our DNA. You can see me today, we're all laughing, but from tomorrow morning, you'll understand what that means for me. So I'm very strict on enriching lives. I'm very strict on watching credits. Ubaba mentioned, back then, we should watch them because Boko Kimai to go watch that show. I watch credits now to see your name on the credit roll. If I don't see your name there, I call Miti How. Most of you are in a course for script writing. Where are your scripts? Why is it on TV? So I will continue watching the credit roll to find each one of your names. If it's not on the TV screen and Sebens, Fina Sebenzi and Holy, Fina Holy, how you survive. The industry is very tough, and I think Bob was touched on storytelling, and that's very important. If we're not telling our stories the way we want to tell those stories and bring them onto screens for everyone else to see them, then why are you in the industry? You know, it's not an easy industry. You'll meet our speakers tomorrow and on Thursday and Friday. Each one will tell you it's not easy, but we do it because why? We want and love the industry. So I hope you're gonna take notes because it is a jam-packed program. But until then, let's be happy. As in quite day beforehand. You know, we are still here. We're still happy.
Yeah.
No, guys. While we're ordering our mains, nets, effects, he's here to just, he'll just do what he does.
What he does best.
I met him once. He's now, if we have an event, that's the guy. That's the guy. And he's got Chezzy on guitar. Chezzy. Guys, oh my gosh. Chezzy on guitar. And then, that's guys, Zombora and Zombora. I can't do Zombora. And dish up your names, and then while Nets and Chezzy do what they do best. Thank you.
Nonile, the program director, a little sister of mine. Good evening to the chairperson of the council, the CEO. I do not use these terms, Mr. Nkasabo acting, because today I was the acting MEC for finance. I don't like being called acting, I'm not an actor. So I was double MEC today in the sitting, in the house sitting. So I was MEC for sports, recreation, arts and culture, as well as MEC for finance. So this evening I am greeting you, Mr. Nkasabo, as the CEO of ACTIC, not as the acting CEO. Because if I say acting CEO, then we'll have to dig deeper and find what your job is. Because this is a side hustle. Good evening also to Boni, Jamili, my friend. Good evening to all the creatives in this house. And lastly, good evening to the departmental officials as led by the HOD. My name is Fezek Ankomon. I like introducing myself. Ndingathathi for granted ndoba ngabana ndiyaziwa. I have been given a responsibility of MEC, the member of the Executive Council responsible for sports, recreation, arts and culture in the province of the Eastern Cape. My task here tonight is very simple. Kade ndiyaqonda izinto zikarhulumente ukuba sawuseliswa amanzi apha kude kuse. So andizobamde because kungenzeka uba khona abantu abaziqhushekela izinto zabo ezindlini zabo. And I don't want to stand between imiqhusheko nobuthongo. A lot of people, particularly creatives, get motivated by different things. Some would just go out and listen to the ocean. There's no ocean in Goli. So they would get motivated by the ocean and get stuff that will motivate them there. So I won't take your time. A lot of you would have heard that the first masterclass was conducted in the East London ICC around this time, February in the year 2020, just before COVID-19. But that's not where the relationship started. The masterclass was a first encounter in our relationship. The relationship started in a very conducive environment, and I'm saying a conducive environment because I met with one of the executives of a multi-choice. Evening, I am tempted to use his speech in Naso up, but at the same time, the creative juices that is flowing. But I'll make reference from time to time in this speech. So it's a bit cold in what July. In fact, not a bit cold. Those who've been to Makanda, the former Grahamstown, would understand that the National Arts Festival happens in July, and it gets very cold in Makanda. So it was very cold, and I remember I was wearing a long black kiasi. Dine hairstyle funny that the artist. So that's why you get crazy at times. If I was funny, the hairstyle funny. So I had this funny hairstyle like an artist. And I met an executive of a multi-choice. I'm not going to mention him because this is certainly not about me. It is not about him. Names are not important here. And I shared an idea because Chris too, I was jealous. I was only about 2 months in office. And I realized, because I am so much, a little bit different though, Mr. Kasawe, I am not in the creative space. My father was an author, I've never acted, I can't even write a single script, I can't do anything, I just watch TV. I shared an idea that I think as the province we are doing a disservice to the creative industry or creative arts. And that was really born out of the fact that and when you are a leader, I'm not claiming to be a leader here. Uyazazi weaknesses zakho ne-strong points zakho. My strongest point as the MEC is sport, because I've always been an athlete. Yeke nje basendiguga ngokumzimba wami so ngikho athletic. So I realized that I would have challenges with respect to championing programs with passion as Nendokwenza the creative and heritage, creative arts, culture and heritage, because I am more of a sport person. But I got jealous that in the province, ungathatha offense ke Christu kama ngukhathe namntu makhathe. In the province, we are known of excellence in the creative space. If you want household names in this industry, Abotatu John Kani, Nabanye, Oma Munomhle Konyeni, they come from this province. And right about now, Jonga I'm accredited. If you would know that those that appear on those credits are from the province of Eastern Cape. Best script writers, best producers, best actors, best everything, best cameramen, cameramen, they are the best. So I got a little bit jealous that all our creatives are scattered all around the world. And I am by no means wanting to confine you in the four walls of this province. However, it should not be because circumstances are forcing you to leave this province because there is no support from government. So I then said to the executive, I almost mentioned him. I then said to the executive, look, brah, I have this idea. I do know and understand that we have Rhodes University in the province that produces excellent artists. However, I do not think, knowing and understanding the economic background, I don't think we can rely only on the output here, say Rhodes. Rhodes can only train abantu abambalwa, and mnake, because it was my dream but from the Rhodes being I wanted to be a journalist. But because I could not afford the Rhodes, I affordable our way too. I had to go and study at the then University of Durban, Westville, and I did political science because there was no journalism there. So I understand we can't all afford going to Rhodes.
Yeah.
And never registration. No, NSFAS registration. Uhulumende we-ANC usebenza. Hayi, but bekuthiwe ngiyi-politicians. And so I then had this dream that, look, you would have those that would go to Rhodes, but learning theory there does not give you an upper hand. It does not give you an upper hand academy multi-choice and get the actual experience of being exposed to the bigger lights ezingafaniyo nezasemdantsane. You can develop and produce the best film or the best documentary emdantsane or drama series. However, there are certain things that you are not going to find in this province. You are not going to find post-production services in this province, and I'm just making an example. So I wanted us to expose our kids to the best in the industry. And there is no better way of exposing our kids, whether you have gone to tertiary or you just are purely talented. Umntwana onetalent umbona noba akayanga esikolweni umbona ngendlela ayibamba ngayo ikhamera. Umntwana onetalent umbona ngendlela i-makeup ayenza ngayo noba akakhange akufundele. So my target really was to say, whether you've gone to tertiary or you haven't gone to tertiary, we need a program that is going to give abantwana balapha province an opportunity to have those mentors that they watch, those people that they look up to. Babathathe babafake phansi kwamaphiko wabo. It does not matter nokuba it's only a week. In a week, so much can happen. You can learn so much more in a week. So this program is really born out of that idea and to say that even if we can put them projects in a factory, city wena njengoba sibona uyakwazi ukudesigner, because I had an idea of having the entire value chain ye film industry. Have abazomentorisha in makeup, have abazomentorisha in designs, have abazomentorisha kwezinto script writing, and. So that's how we got to have the first masterclass in the year 2020, and we signed an agreement with MultiChoice. That was the beginning of a relationship. A lot of relationships did not survive Mr. Ztumane COVID-19. Nemitshato emininzi yaqhawuka emva kwe-COVID-19. We witnessed a lot of divorces. Mna divorce ngo-February, just before COVID-19. The 18th of February. Sense of celebrate. So I have no Valentine's. Imitshato needs, and most relationships did not survive COVID-19 because there was social distancing. So because it was social distancing, ithetha ukuthi uMr Nkasa akazokwazi ukuphuma phaa kwakhe aye kwi-RDP house because kufuneka ehleli endlini, hard lockdown. And other relationships did not survive because the hard lockdown meant into yobana kufuneka ube at each other's face nalo sisi okanye nalo bhuti. But we are very fortunate, and I think please give me or give this relationship a round of applause. I think we are an epitome of what creative industries mean. The most resilient sector I have ever seen during COVID-19 is the sector you guys are in. In a little point, you tend, you turned lemons into lemonade. But you turned what was a catastrophe, and you turned it around and really tried to benefit from it by telling the story, as Mr. Nkasa was saying. The society we live in, we need you guys to continue to tell the story. You get people talking, you get people engaging. Just yesterday, man, put on some music on Instagram. Yes, Instagram. I'm not going to Twitter, no, thank you very much. Man, put on Instagram, also music, therefore, we private jet, business class, and don't. Basically, send me money. The enemies are after me. I'm like, you don't like, So you guys get people talking. And I am putting a challenge to you because I do not think as creatives you are doing enough to make a contribution towards the fight against gender-based violence and femicide. It shouldn't be that even today, kusekhona abantu abaqhathela gender-based violence, babe qualms of talking about it ngathi indaba yakwamkhosi. What are you creatives doing about that? Because you should be sharing stories, you should be telling us how to overcome gender-based violence and femicide. So, after COVID-19, here we are, once again, still smiling. Sisaqhubekeka with this partnership. What excites me the most, GM Cultural Affairs. What excites me the most is that when it started in the year 2020, we had about 50-something creatives that were in one room. And let me say just 90% so that we look good, not as Desrat. 90% of the bill was sponsored by MultiChoice at that time. But I'm very excited, and that's why I've been telling you about the relationship, because it is growing in leaps and bounds. This year, the bill is being foot by MultiChoice. This year, the bill is being foot by EGPEC, the majority. And I'm happy again that in that year, the last time we had this master class, it was dominated by abantu abadala, not dala, my age. But I'm very happy that I am seeing young people this time around. And that means the future of this master class is very bright, and the future of the creative industries in this province is bright. Now lastly, we are doing this because what this industry is cutthroat. Say simple English, it's a very difficult industry. It's cutthroat. Wafa. Injas The only reason, because I'm a parent, the only reason I want to keep you guys in this province and see you excel in this province is the level of our young people who go to Gauteng and die there. They die of depression because this industry, all Christians are going to tell you. Now, I want to be TV. Bana kwa mali. It's not your Niyafana nabo bavela nje TV mahala bana mali banqinde i-labels eziduru ngedala ofuna ukumqonga uzambheja. But the reality is it's a very difficult industry. It needs resilience and it needs patience. And only you can be able to survive in this industry by producing work that is going to sell itself. Let your work do the talking. And I think I said this before. Let not your let not your third leg do the talking. Let it be your work that does the talking. Because once your work does the talking, no one can close the door for you. The doors will just open themselves. They will burst open. So go out there. Opportunities get come once in life. Grab this opportunity. Nizobona not only Christu yedwa. Nizobona bonke abantu base-TV. That's the beauty of having umama on a friends in the and all we want to see in the future is your names zinyuka kulaa nto ke ye-credits ekuthethwa ngayo. Sendisegqibeleni ke ngoku. Asoze ndinichazele ke challenges mna tu, because akekho umntwana omtsha, a young person ongakwazi u-overcome ii-challenges ngaphandle uba sisidodo. Andizali ke mna bizidodwa. I overcome all the challenges. So ngeke ndimapha ndinixelele ke challenges zoba hey kwafika i-COVID-19, senifundile mos ngoku uba kusetyenzwa kanjani kwi-COVID-19, shaya ngo-virtual mthwana. We can't be still talking about the challenges ze-COVID-19. There are success stories, otherwise we wouldn't be here today. Success stories, must be relationship naipina ibane offsprings and it. Yes. Uko nutatu situmana hapa. Relationship ibane offsprings, and we've had our fair share of successes in the partnership that we have, and I think I can mention a few beneficiaries ezisuka kula masterclass ka 2020, onsikelelo Mavatha, Faith Dukashe, Usiyabonga Sibinjana there with a funny hat, who have been contracted to work with Karen. And yes, give this one like Africans. Yeah, Yona Leon, Lonto Leyo, we basebenza phana. And MultiChoice has developed a slate consisting of 7 films productions that are shot in the Eastern Cape. That's why I said, this is an opportunity, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And it would be so unfortunate if you do not grab it and run with it, because not everyone has been exposed to this opportunity. We can only accommodate a few. And we have identified you because we have so much faith in you. In Domana, Gengomso, Sabesifeng Pasnamapom. And lastly, out of this crop, it would be nice because sihangaza sayofuna imali yokuba kwenziwe idrama series apha eprovince. A dream ekudala sinayo, which I am happy at my tenure it's coming into fruition. Into ingawe amaphupha ayafezeka ngoba ndifezeka. So it would really be nice that most of you here, and as your work is going to speak for itself or for you. Abanye benu sibabone playing a very important role in the drama series. Kudala ke ndibaleka abantu base-ECPAC into yoba kubani le nto izawuthathwe imali kwa-treasury. Kumele ke ukuba, shall I say ngo-October sibe sesivula i-TV. Andazi kodwa mna andithandi uthetha okokoko, that's why nangoku ndizohamba ndiyohlala phansi. We are very grateful for the partnership we have with MultiChoice. Unfortunately, I will not be here tomorrow morning because I have, tomorrow is Wednesday. Wednesday is Makoni Cabinet Committee. So I'll be joining you in the afternoon just to check on your behavior and all we expect from you is to be in your best behavior. That's the first point. Do not engage, do not indulge. Please, pretty please, sponge off e-experience and your sherwa apa ngaba bantu who are doing the most in the industry. I hope nizenes branches and so that nizoifuna. Ensure that you ask all the questions. No question is stupid. Ungafika le question unayo ile kage abanye abantu abathathu balapha emva kwakho. So ask all the questions. Mhlawumbi Christu may not have all the answers because ezinye izinto abakazi experience, but mhlawumbi amongst you kukhona abantu who have gone through what wena you are still struggling with. Enjoy and have lots of fun. Kodwa ndithanda ninga-indulge, ninga-engage. Not too much. Thank you so much. With those few words, you are welcome. And I declare this masterclass officially open. A special word of thanks to Yabon Pa.
You guys heard it. And there are no better words from no better ABC than my older sister. I go for shout. Zila was good. And the younger sister. So what she has, even me also.
Yes, sure.
Where is this one, man? I think, guys, we've had the formalities. Sis Lile, thank you so much. Now I took notes, guys. We never stop learning. So it doesn't matter where you are, don't waste the meeting. We all thought it was dinner and drinks, but if you didn't take what was said today as the start of what's happening tomorrow, I so sad. Before we get to dessert, this guy will do what he does best. If you can't go to guys, he might go to Joburg. But we'll have dinner. Dr. Lam, Ufaba. Before, let me see, Achi. Before I'm going to ask you. No, you're not going anywhere. The walk is very long. We're going to just continue with some music. We'll then have some dessert. And then, those that know you can indulge small, responsibly, because Sasa start very early, and your Chris Q, who's on Bona Puti how, both will indulge and mind you, I'll say, but let's just continue having a good time. It will be a short evening, but let's just, but tell us the same song again, just what menagerie. As a creative, the pressure you work under, as a creative.
And there was no hope near 14 years.
Mama spoke of a relationship that started, and I want to see how it started, how it's going. You know, enough you would see how it ends. How it's going. You know, what started as a young discussion and a dream, we are still going. Nobody but it's tiny, nobody is even but okay, cool. Designer is still service at the corner, but I think before we have the party, just to catch and share. Faster.
Good evening, everyone in the room. ndizawunyamatela kulapho the protocol, all protocol is it reserved or that's pretty good. Now, ndongena ukuthi ndibulise ndiniliste ndiphinde ndinibulele. On a very serious note, no TV, when the TVs came into the country, I think I was doing, let me see, what they refer to today as standard 6 or grade 8, somewhere there. Then our English teacher, if he told me lies, I'm actually conveying that he said television is a combination of two words. You almost said it, a telling vision. Whether it's true or not, that's what, he never reversed that. Okay, we go and find out whether that is true or not. That is one. Two, the first time I watched the movie, I was 9 years old. It was, I got the movie on road safety. Now, you can imagine what was happening there. But what was common in that movie for all those who had watched that movie was that at some stage there would be a car that would appear as though it's going to come out of the screen. Yes. And all kids would be collected from outside. So that's the very, very crude way of starting watching movies. But on a very serious note as well, MSc, we learn so many things, and we continue to learn from creatives through those films that you develop. So as I come before you, mine is to thank you. Let me start with the Honorable MSc. I'm sure those who are here, one and the rest over today, and go to your partner. I saw your partner proposing to you or giving you a Valentine or multi-choice. Thank you very much to you, to your agreement that you struck with us at this province to try and expose those who are aspiring to be in the sector to realize their dreams. I must say this, when I was conducted for this, and I said, no, fine, what will I be doing? No. Was out as a touch. Then in the afternoon, somebody calls me, you'll be doing vote of thanks. I don't normally say no, so I didn't say no. But I called him, Mr. Makala, he's the film manager at Backpack. And I said, now, this process I know started about 2 years ago. What will you be doing for those after these classes? And the MSc has also spoken to that. It is that which must take place beyond this master class that will be interested in. So my belief, MSc, is that if we start working with you, let us show you how to fly at some stage. And not just do this and leave you, and only to see you again in the streets of South Africa having achieved nothing. So this is the plan that we have as province through EPEC and of course multi-choice to show you how to walk, but with the ultimate goal of seeing you flying high, and even higher than the eagles. Of course, let me extend a very warm word of gratitude to the department, led by the MSc and of course by the HOD. If it was not for the signature MSc of the HOD, EPEC would not be in existence. So, after the MSc had said, so we really appreciate your support as the department that is of looking after your own baby. Of course, the CEO and management of EPEC, we really appreciate your hard work in doing this. We have been asking this question, MSc. Sasi, we promise MSc ngokumadlanyana for this that MEC has just announced now. Kwenzeka ntoni? Angathi ngathi ze ke Mr. Gasawe, we hope that which the MEC was trying to confirm as the council will happen and not disappoint the MEC and of course the creatives. Of course. Because this says Belile, it's already in young. To the creatives who are here, thank you very much for agreeing to come, and thank you very much, of course, for your dreams. Because you are here because you are trying to achieve your dreams, and I'm sure the powers that be will be with you in achieving your dreams. To those who are entertaining us, continue to do so. What I don't know is how did they decide to choose the type of music that they are playing as if they are playing it for MEC and us. Thank you very much to you. And all those abasebenzayo nabaphethe camera nabebespekela namhlanje nondibibela mention. Thank you very much.
Note, dessert is ready. Our artist is ready. Let's have a good time.